All right, guys, we're going to talk about today. First of all, it's my week 11 post-op video, and it's Tuesday. I do them officially on Tuesdays, and I happen to be on a Tuesday today. We're going to talk about challenges, and that's why I'm off today in regular t-shirt and not in my lunchtime clothes, because I had to take the day off. I'm going to get into that. That's part of the challenges, and it's been quite downer-ish the last few days because of it, and I'm going to get into those details. But first, let's go into numbers. So let me pull out my handy dandy spreadsheet down here. All right, so I started my weight loss journey on November 18th, 2013. That was my first appointment with my surgeon. At that time, I weighed a surprising 326 pounds. Day of surgery, which was February 24th, so a few months later, I weighed that day at 294. 294. Last week, I weighed in at 241.8. And this week I am 237.6. So that is a pretty good loss this week of 4.2 pounds. I will take it. I've been, other than last week when it was 1.2, I've averaged about 5 pounds a week-ish for the last few weeks. So that's really good at this time. I think definitely the 4.2 is partly due because the last 4 days I haven't went to the gym and did weights. And I'm going to get into why in a moment, but I think that if you don't lift weights for a few days, or just let your body heal, I think, like Phil mentions all the time, it flushes out the extra water that you carry in your muscles and things like that. So food-wise, nothing's really changed. Although, I go through these time frames where I'm not really, I'm not that hungry. I feel like I'm always kind of trying to get myself to eat. So finishing up the numbers, though, I have lost a total from my starting weight, my highest weight, of 88.4 pounds. So awfully close to 90 pounds there. Since surgery, which was roughly, 2.5 months ago, a little over, I've lost 56.4. So amazing losses, amazing numbers. I feel great. I was at the doctor today. So here's what happened. Saturday morning, woke up like normal, 6 a.m., went to the gym. Weights, swam. I did some bike and steam room, hot tub. That's kind of the routine. Something along those lines. I mix it up a little bit. But it was a normal day. Got home. My son is heavier right now because he has casts on both legs. And before you say, "Oh, he didn't break his legs," my son was born with club feet. So he's almost 3 years old, and around the 3-year-old mark is where they do, if they need to, what's called a tendon transfer. They take the tendons from your foot, I think on this side, move them to that side to give him the flexibility for his foot to go out. One foot's almost all the way healed. He's had a couple procedures already. When he was younger. He's wore braces before, but it looks like they might do the surgery on both feet, which we thought just one. So, so Thursday we took him to LA. He came back, cast all the way up his legs on both sides. Not painful. His feet are just moved out a little bit and casted that way. So it's not painful at this time. In a few weeks, he will have surgery where it will be a little painful. They're going to do the tendon transfer, and they're going to open up his Achilles tendon and do a lengthening on both sides, more than likely. So that's kind of sad. It is what it is, and we do whatever we can for our kids. So, but the issue is when he came home with those casts, and he's got a walker, and he could walk on the cast at this time. But the problem is the first couple of days he couldn't. He wanted me to, "Daddy, carry me," and if you saw my son in the background and stuff, he can run and walk and all that kind of stuff, but one foot's still pretty turned in, and long-term wise, they need to correct those before he gets too old. So it's tough for him, a kid that's high energy, runs around all the time, to not be able to move that very much. And so these casts, they got to add like 20 pounds. So he almost weighs 50 pounds. Now you add 20. That's 70 pounds or so. So I'm picking him up a lot, carrying him, to change his diaper, to go outside, everything we do. I'm going to post a picture. You can see me and him playing in the grass, because now I have to play more games like on the ground without running around. And we're playing ball on the grass. And I'll post a picture right now. Bam. And so you can see those orange casts there. But he, a resilient boy doing good. But picking him up, so Thursday night he got back all day Friday, and then Saturday was my day to watch him all by myself while the wife worked. In the morning, that Saturday morning, when I did the gym like normal, came home, was feeling pretty good. My back was a little achy, but I went to lift him up and turn to set him on the bed so I can change his diaper around 11 o'clock, and just felt my back give out, and it just started knotting up as the hour went on, and now it got into a full lockup mode where just extreme pain, spasm. And this is Saturday, so no chiropractor or doctors open, so no relief, adjustment-wise or medication-wise, pain-wise, for 2 days. Monday comes around, I decide I'm going to get to work. Okay, and my back, it does this every couple years or so. I have a lower back issue. I have to be really careful. I have exercises I've learned through physical therapy that I do every day. One, in the morning I stretch a lot, especially with in the shower with hot water running on my back. I'll stretch, and my hamstrings almost like touch your toes. And then when I put on my shoes, I have an exercise where I put one leg over and I pull this leg up through, and it just stretches your lower back and hamstring area. And I have to keep those loose all the time to avoid this. And I do pretty well, but these kind of things happen. And I was pushing myself too far. I'm feeling extra strong because I've been going to the gym. I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to give my wife a break. I'll pick him up and be Superman with him. But my back gave out, went out. So Monday rolls around. I'm like, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to fight through this. I put, my icy hot stuff, and I have a little brace I went out and got for my back, and I got my suit on. The wife had to put my shoes on. It's that bad. I can't really bend over. We went to work and spent a couple hours there in my chair and just extreme amount of pain. I have to get up a lot to go to the printer, go do deposits, like do things, get up and down. And that's the worst, is getting up and down. In fact, when I get up out of this chair, I'm going to be in a lot of pain. But I made an appointment with my chiropractor and called my doctor about giving me some pain meds. So I went to the chiropractor. After that, I couldn't go back to work. So I basically worked a half a day, a few hours on Monday, which is yesterday. Went to the chiropractor. They did a little bit of adjustment for me. Going back today at 4. The doctor wanted me to come in, so I went into the doctor today, and they prescribed me some pain stuff, some muscle relaxer stuff, and they gave me a shot in my hip or rear end. It was kind of painful to maybe not compared to my back pain, it wasn't, and it's some kind of shot for anti-inflammatory. So that, I think that's been helping a little bit. And then I've gotten one of the pain pills in, and it's definitely helping. And so I have some anti-inflammatory pills he gave me too. So I'm just going to try to work that out, and I just have to work through the pain, continue to stretch where I can get those knots to loosen up, and my spine can go from being curved back to where it should be. So send positive thoughts, pray for me. It's been rough. Couldn't go to work today. Wanted to get a couple more of these doctor's appointments out of the way. But challenges. I mean, this is life, right? This is life. It was my knee a couple weeks ago. Now it's my back. And these are the two things, my knee and my back, that have led me to not exercise and gain weight. I genetically do not, metabolize foods at a normal rate. I don't. My body wants to store it. Kind of well documented that issue. This is why the vertical sleeve has helped me so much. But I always have been into exercising and working out. Over the years, it's gotten less. And a big part of it is, even when I was in shape in my late high school, early college years, I struggled with this lower back issue. At times, it was pretty bad. In and out of chiropractors. I finally stopped going to chiropractors for a long time because I felt like they were hurting me more than helping. I went to physical therapists, and I learned some things there that have helped me. Like I mentioned, those 2 stretches I do. But these 2 things, as I work out more, are rearing their ugly heads. So I'm going to fight through them. I've been a little down today because, one, I can't really help as much with my son like I want to. Luckily, now he's able to get around pretty good. You can hold his hand and he can walk or use the walker or something like that. But I feel bad that I can't be a enough father right now because I can't lift him and do some of those things to help her. So that sucks. I can't go to work. I want to be at work. I want to be productive. I actually had taken a couple of days off for a little mini vacation. So I've been off. I took Thursday, Friday off. I had Saturday, Sunday. Well, Saturday the back goes out, and it's literally like I have to lay down most of the time. Um, but I think I'm on the way back to recovery. The anti-inflammatory shot, I've noticed it gradually letting things loosen up. Um, I'll be able to manage the pain a little bit now. So I plan on going to work tomorrow. But these two items are something I fear of coming back up, and I'm going to have to just. I'm confident that I will learn how to manage whatever is with my knee and my back. An update on my knee. I have an MRI scheduled for this Friday. I went to the doctor last Friday, my orthopedic. He says, there's a chance that you just have to be limited on certain types of exercise. He said, the pool, 100% go. That won't be a problem. He said bike riding, or just like the bike where you put the seat up at the gym and it doesn't really go anywhere. It just whatever it's called. Elliptical's okay. He said, but as far as running on pavement, jogging on pavement, no. Walking's okay. So he said no tennis, no basketball. Those are the two sports I want to get back into. But the MRI is going to show us where we're at. So I don't want to have surgery on my knee by any means, but I want to have the knowledge to know what I can and can't do moving forward. So that's an update on that. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about food. So I mentioned, I don't know if it's this video or my other video I made today for Tina Marie, but I'm not always hungry, and I kind of feel like I'm forcing myself to try to eat things, every few hours just to kind of, keep some nutrients going and things like that. Some things that I do eat that are kind of snacks that have been really helpful to me. You might not agree with them, or you might not like them, but I want to just tell people. I eat a lot of almonds, different types of flavors. At work I do have the plain almonds in my desk without any salt and everything, which is great. But at home I keep flavored ones, whether it's wasabi, whether it's the habanero barbecue, whether it's just a salted, smoked. I keep them at the house. I also usually have some kind of trail mix, different kinds. Like right now it's the kind with the M&M and the peanuts and the almonds and the maybe cashews. And these are just things that I eat that will kind of, I feel like I'm getting some protein. I feel like it holds me over. It doesn't upset my stomach very much at all. So that's a great thing. With the proteins like chickens and fish. I noticed that tri-tip, which you guys might not all know tri-tip because it's kind of a thing based on this area, but it's more well known because of Food Network. But tri-tip, I noticed I had I'll get a tri-tip sandwich for the wife, okay, and I'll just eat a couple pieces of tri-tip with like salsa. I don't need. She can order food. It's cheaper. I take a few bites. Like today, I'm gonna barbecue pork chops. I have them marinated right now. When she gets home from work, and I'll have a few bites of that. And I think we're having asparagus. So it's good that I don't need that much. But I noticed that the tri-tip was easier for me to handle in my stomach than chicken. I think it's slower cooked. Chicken's more dense. So that's something that I'm going to look into moving forward. I think I might try to incorporate some of the slower cooked, softer meats like tri-tip and things like that. The grocery store makes a homemade soup here that I've had a couple times. That's tri-tip beans, like turkey chili, but tri-tip chili. And that's pretty good, real hearty, real protein. Last time I ate it, though, it kind of burned me out, so I get sick of things and I move on. But the staples have been the almonds and trail mix. Mostly the almonds, but I'll throw in a little trail mix if I want just a little different flavor. So that's a little tidbit. I'm back to drinking protein shakes just about every day, one a day, the Premier Protein. And, that's pretty good. I also, I don't know if I told you guys, but I did get some stuff from Ensure. I want to cut this video short pretty soon here. I don't want to keep it very long anymore, but Ensure, they sent me a cream that you rub on your stomach. I've only applied it once, and it's supposed to help with scarring and stretch marks. So there's a little information booklet that came with it I put up to talk to you guys about, and it's basically 5 different things incorporated into this one cream, and I think it's pretty expensive. My insurance luckily covers it, and you know, I want to see the difference. In fact, I think I'm going to do a shot of my stomach and the scars just to show, for my documentation purposes, and if you care, but so I can show a difference. Maybe I think I'm going to use it for the next couple of months and then see if it's really making a drastic difference. So let me do that. So as I get up, and if you guys haven't seen, this is me now. So doing pretty good. So I'll show my stomach here. So you can see my scars. And then some stretch marks. So that's my stomach. But as you can see, you know, I've definitely lost a good amount of weight. So anyway, sorry for the little TMI there, if it was. And but anyway, that's all I got for my week 11 post-op video. Once again, send some positive thoughts or prayers, whatever you're into, my way for my son and his journey. He'll be having a surgery in a few weeks. And also for myself, dealing with this back thing, because I mean, when you have lower back issues and they flare up, I mean, it shuts your body down. Everything goes, all your nerves go around that. And I'm sure there's somebody watching this that's like, hey, I've had lower back issues. I know exactly what you mean. Other people that don't, I feel like they think, oh, it's just your back. How bad could it be? But it shuts you down. So anyway, thanks guys for checking out my vids again. And we'll definitely catch up with you on the next one. Peace.